AskReddit by Cheekabibbles. What is a point of no return in a relationship? When either of you tries to be objectively mean in the hopes of hurting the other. No coming back from that. Especially when they use something traumatic you've shared because you trust them and frame it as your fault, for example saying no wonder you parents hit you all, now I understand why your ex used to self-harm while dating you. Contempt. Apparently the four horsemen of relationships are criticism, contempt, defensiveness and stonewalling. When you or your partner genuinely no longer cares about the other person's welfare. I have read this in a book from a renowned psychiatrist. He stated that in his long career he had never seen a couple rekindle a love that had grown this cold. Condescending behavior. The opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. When you can't trust them anymore. Trust can be rebuilt, but it's a long and hard road that most avoid. So many. When you stop caring or knowing that as much as you may love them, you can't see a future with them. Both different but valid. This is where I'm at, and trying to get out is the hardest part. When you both commit a felony and have to rely on the other not to snitch. Deleted. Any type of physical boundary being violated. Very hard to rebuild after that. Hitting. Pretty sure the point of no return has long been passed when you are there. Betrayal. Definitely. When you start feeling lonely. When they keep telling you what they need from you and you promise to do it or stop doing it, whatever it is, but you don't follow through. After 200 times the other person shuts down. They get cold towards you. They have decided you do not respect them. They are already gone. You just don't know it. I don't know how many upvotes this has yet. But, however many you've gotten, you deserve more. Perhaps cliche, but infidelity. Even if you decide to stay and work things out, your relationship is changed forever. Deleted. When I read point of no return, I don't necessarily take it as a negative like many of these comments suggest. Just, there is no going back. I met my wife on a dating app. We had our first date, which lasted all day and all night. The next morning we walked each other to the metro. We held hands. Before I boarded my train she told me she already deleted the dating app. That was my point of no return. We've been married for almost 10 years now. Sometimes, you just know. These are dark. I was thinking something like farting in front of the other for the first time. This is such an underrated positive threshold. The first absent-minded noisy fart is a real indication of relaxed, implicit trust. When you find out your husband is cheating on you and you feel nothing other than relief that it's over. Yes. No one ever mentions this. It's like the best ticket out of there. Cliché but trust. Trust is the foundation of every healthy relationship. Once you lose that, it is only a matter of time. When the other person begins to deny reality and gaslights non-stop. This girl wanted a second chance so badly but kept denying that she cheated on me, even though I knew for a fact that she did. I just couldn't prove it because she would always find a way to twist what I saw in the most ridiculous ways. At some point I even started questioning my own sanity. Did I fucking hallucinate all that shit? Luckily I didn't fall for that. All that gaslighting, that was the moment I knew it was truly over. Had she owned her mistake, I would have been willing to try again. I still loved her. Own your shit, people. Purposefully being disrespectful. Especially if the person has told you that your actions hurt them and they double down on the act. Don't know how to go back after this. Death. Reminds me of my parents. They had their issues over the years but were full on ride or die. Turns out you can't ride terminal cancer. We lost dad almost 14 years ago and mom straight up gets hostile if anyone suggests she as much as consider trying to meet someone new. Contempt. Once one partner is contemptuous of the other, there's no going back, it's over. I mean you can, but it takes so much hard work from both people that it almost never happens. Given that communication is everything, the point of no return is when it is no longer enough to solve things. When you can't stop thinking about how much you want to be single. Any form of abuse. Do not let it become a cycle. When one of them threatens the other with a knife. But if they both threaten each other with a knife at the same time, that's just adorbs. You know what they say, when the steel flies, so do sparks. Speaking from experience, when she wants kids and you don't. Good luck when that's the case. That would be a case of major incompatibility.